Hi, Life Education in Action, 2 minutes for life. And tonight we're in the book of 2 Kings, and we're talking about a king named Ahaz who lived about 750 BC. This is about 180 years before Judah was exiled to Babylon. It's about the same time that Israel was exiled to Assyria. So after King Solomon died, his son Rehoboam took over but wasn't able to keep the kingdom together. He got Benjamin and Judah, the two tribes, and the rest of the tribes went to Jeroboam. So they were two different nations set up differently. Judah always had a king in the line of David on the throne. But Israel, it changed frequently, so there was never a descendant of David on the throne. And Israel was more wicked in general than Judah was. And they very quickly adapted to the religious practices of the people in that area at the time, including child sacrifice. But in 2 Kings 16, verses 2 and 3, I'll read it to you. It says, Ahaz was 26 years old when he became king, and he reigned in Jerusalem 16 years. Unlike David, his father, he did not do what was right in the eyes of the Lord, his God. Now listen to this. He walked in the ways of the kings of Israel and even sacrificed his son in the fire, following the detestable ways of the nations the Lord had driven out before the Israelites. And remember, these detestable practices, child sacrifice being the first, is why those nations were driven out of the promised land before the Israelites came in about 400 or 500 years before this time. So we have a king who actually sacrificed his son in the fire. That just lets you know a couple of things. It was a practice that resulted in a dead child, and it was done in this case by the king following the practices of the kings of Israel who had been completely sold out essentially to the cultures that they were surrounded by. And it's a very desperate time when you're sacrificing the king's son. Now, I don't know why the king did that, whether he was leading the people and trying to create some sort of atmosphere that it was okay, but it was dead wrong. And it wasn't too long after this that Judah itself was condemned to be exiled to Babylon. So that's all we have on this one. I'll see you at the next video.